We're ready to go for the JRS Auctions Hot Rod Series, tonight sponsored for the Heat Race Bromley Automotive. Starting on the pole in Heat Race number 1 from Port Perry in the KCM Metals ThinkPath Designs. Number 13, it's Ryan Cohen. Starting in second spot. Out of Hanover in the Raptor Filters 2 Speed Motorsports, number 71, it's Cory McCallister. Rolling off in third spot, out of Brussels in the Leslie Motors, Martech Custom Fab, number 26, it's Zaylene Martin. Starting in the fourth position, out of West Lorne in the St. Mary's Home Building Center, Langford Lumber Home Hardware, number 15, it's Dave Evanson Sr. Rolling off at the fifth position, out of Brantford in the Lafarge Refractory Removal Services, number 47, it's Steve Brook. Rolling off in the sixth position, out of Woodstock in the Precision Specialized WildsPrinting.com, number 48 car, it's Connor Ellis. Rolling off in the seventh spot, your points leader coming into tonight out of Oro Medante in the Fox's Bakery and Deli Tire Depot Barrie, number 2 machine, it's Tyler Hahn. To his outside, from Exeter in the McNichol Welding and Fab MPH Custom Designs, number 17, it's Haley McNichol. Final row, 00 out of Elmira in the Thomson's Auto Tech Bridgeland Terminals, number 00, it's Trevor Thomson. To his outside, from Bolton in the Busted Knuckle Garage, 1-800-Drywall.co, it's the 17X of Matt Spry. We're ready to go for the OSCAAR Hot Rod Series. The Bennett GM Chevrolet Pace Truck is about ready to pull down to the infield. As it does, we're ready to kick off day number 1 here at Flamboro Speedway for Frostoberfest, presented by London Recreational and Crysdale Racing Products. In the air, green flag number 1 on the day is in the air.
Into turns 1 and 2, and they are side by side as they exit down the back straightaway. On the outside, Cory McCallister going to work in that number 71 as he charges up to the lead, trying to put that number 13 of Ryan Cowan down behind him. He makes it, and McCallister leads lap number 1.
Looking at this field here, Kevin, that's 71. Joe Jr. calls that the Dirty Bird car. That's the Raptor Filter 71. Cory McCallister takes the lead with, I don't know how many laps that is. I kind of think it's 4 or 5.
McCallister out front by about 2 car lengths over that battle for second spot. The 26 of Dale Lynn Martin and the 13. Oh, contact! The 13 of Cohen, the 47 of Brook get together. The middle of turns 3 and 4, they gather it back up. Cohen's going to hold on to that third spot. But Brook and Hahn side by side for 4th and 5th as they dive off and turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Watching Tyler Hahn take that number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. He is hard at work behind the wheel. Remember, he started at the back. He's coming towards the front in a big hurry as he tries to work around that 47 of Steve Brook. Brook, he's a little bit busy. He's got that number 13 of Ryan Cowan in front of him. And he is just trying to stay out of trouble.
As the cross lights come out at the start-finish line, Cory McCallister's got company cab, the 26 of Dylan Martin. He's on the move with that Cobra.
Martin really closed that gap in on second spot. The battle right behind them, though, that battle for third spot, Ryan Cohen and that 13 car's hit on a full lineup of cars right on the back bumper of that 13 machine. Steve Brook maybe takes a piece to the inside. Cohen slapped the back straightaway wall last time around. Now Brook's going to try to see if he can make a move into turns 3 and 4. Action all over the speedway. We got a battle for the race lead underneath the start-finish line. Martin and the 26 looking to the inside.
And Steve Brook starting to run out of patience. He is tapping on the back end of that number 13 of Ryan Cowan. Something fierce. He is just beating on him, trying to get him to pick a lane and not be bouncing all over the racetrack. And here comes Brook down the inside as they come down the front straightaway. They've only got 2 laps to get it done.
The JRS Auctions Hot Rods on the racetrack. 71-26 out front. That is Cory McCallister picks up the white flag. Dylan Martin, only a couple turns left to get the job done. Back in third, you've got Brook, and of course the point leader, the 2 of Hahn, is sitting on that 4th spot. Look at this, Kev.
Off at turn 4, first checkered flag in the air will fly. The 71 of Cory McCallister picks up the heat race win. Coming home second, the 26 of Dale and Martin. Third will be that 47 of Steve Brook. Fourth, the 2 of Tyler Hahn. Fifth, the 00 of Trevor Thomson. Sixth, 13 of Ryan Cohen, 7th the 48 of Connor Ellis, 8th the 17 of Haley McNichol, 9th the 15 of Dave Evison, 10th the 17 of Matt Spry. And there we go, heat race number 1 in the books, the JRS Auctions Hot Rod Series. They're going to come on down to Victory Lane and grab a couple pictures. Tonight, the JRS Auctions heat races for the OSCAAR Hot Rods, sponsored by Bromley Automotive, and Victory Lane, sponsored by McCall Racing Products. They're going to go down and get a couple pictures down in Victory Lane. Hot Rods roll onto the Speedway. Here's how they're going to line up for heat race number 2 on the pole out of Bowmanville in the London Recreational Racing Lux Beauty Boutique. Number 16, it's Amanda Balson. Rolling off in that second spot, the very first winner of the OSCAAR Hot Rods. I think he was back at Frostoberfest a few years ago, coming from Teeswater in the Johns Towing Mount Forest Buds Hydraulics. Number 86, it's Nick Clark. Rolling off in the third spot, out of Exeter in the McNichol Welding and Fab MPH Custom Designs. Number 77, it's Kenny McNichol Jr. Rolling off in the fourth position from North Bay in the TSS Top Shops. North Hydro Seed, number 88 machine, it's Jeremy McLean. Rolling off in the fifth position, out of Mount Bridges in the Ray Cullen Chevrolet, Jim's Finish Line Auto Trans, number 4 machine, it's Steve McCaw. Rolling off in the sixth position, out of Guelph in the 2-Speed Motorsports, number 14, it's Dave Wilson. Rolling off in the seventh position, out of Drayton in the Landshark Lager Canada, Dave Scholten Flooring, number 47T, it's Thomas Wunsch. And rolling off shotgun on the field, out of Aurelia in the Bromley Automotive, number 6 machine, it's Rob Bromley.
The field is doubled up. They're going to go green next time by as that Bennett Chevrolet pace truck is bringing the field around. Last weekend, that 16 car out front, that Amanda Balson, she had a real good time at Sunset Speedway. She was a feature winner there just last Saturday night. So watch for that 16 to be strong. But Kev, a lot of good cars in this one.
Yeah, a lot of good cars and a full field of cars here, too. The OSCAAR Hot Rods, they are not disappointing, about 16 or 17 here on the property, so a full field of race cars. And what a beautiful-looking field. When they come together here for the feature event later on tonight, you'll see them, but they are just a great-looking field here, and it's a great day here to be at Flamboro Speedway. If you're not already here and you're in proximity, come on out, check it out. It's going to be a great day here, and we're just getting started. Full racing field on the card here today. And the OSCAAR Hot Rods, the JRS Auctions Hot Rods are kicking things off. Heat race number 2 about to go green. That Bennett GM Chevrolet pace truck pulls to the infield, turning the field over to the 16 of Amanda Balson. Off of turn 4, green flag is in the air. We're back underway.
And down into turn number 1, Amanda Balson on the bottom with that 86 machine of Nick Clark on the outside. He is going to work quickly. And now that 77 of Kenny McNichol Jr. works to the bottom. He's up into second spot. The number 4 of Steve McCaw coming with him. And all of a sudden, the 86 of Clark finds himself going backwards.
Down into turn 3-4. Amanda Balson's leading the field right now. The 77 of McNichol. He is rolling right up on the rear deck lid of that LRR 16 car. And McCaw, he is also sizing the two of them up. Probably good spot to be right now, Kev. Back in that third slot. This is going to get dicey up here.
Yeah, Balson out front right now, but a hungry field of cars right in the tire tracks. At 77 of McNichol Jr. and the 4 of Steve McCaw knocking on the door, trying to see if they can make their way through this field. Amanda Balson holding on again, picking up the win here a few weeks ago at Sunset Speedway. Now Balson still holding on as they flash back into turns 3 and 4, 4 laps into the books of this heat race. The JRS Auctions Hot Rod sponsored heat race is sponsored by Bromley Automotive underneath the flag stand. This time off of 4, halfway to go, halfway home, the 16 of Amanda Balson.
Those front 3 cars still tied together. They're running nose to tail as they head down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Balson has got her hands full with that 77 of McNichol. He is hungry, but Steve McCaw, the number 4, putting enough pressure on McNichol. He can't take his eyes out of the rearview mirror.
McNichol trying to hold on to that second spot. McCaw runs in third. Fourth, that 86 of Nick Clark. Fifth, the 6 of Rob Bromley. Sixth, the 88 of Jeremy McLean. Seventh, the 47T of Thomas Wunsch. Eighth, the 14 of Brian Wilson. As we work lap number 7 of this 10-lap heat race, Amanda Balson still out front in that London Recreational Racing number 16 machine, trying to hold off a couple hungry customers. The 77 of Kenny McNichol Jr. and that 4 of Steve McCaw got 2 laps to try to get the job done.
The 16 is really looking good, Jerry. Watching Amanda out front, like I say, last Saturday night, Sunset Speedway, nobody could top her. She comes through turns 3, 4, comes to the white flag.
And she'll drive it down into 1 and 2 with the 77 of Kenny McNichol, the 4 of Steve McCaw, and out of 2, a little bobble by the 77 of McNichol. That's going to slow him down and put Steve McCaw behind him. Amanda Balson comes out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. The win is all hers in the number 16. Followed by the 77 of Kenny McNichol Jr., the number 4, Steve McCaw, the 86 of Nick Clark.
You know, even that 88 truck sort of fits the field here, doesn't it? Like, I've seen it where you've had a street stock race and a truck will come out. Kind of looks out of place, Kev. But here in the hot rods, the OSCAAR hot rods, that 88 sort of fits the field.
Yeah, the hot rods, it's definitely one of the best looking classes here at Flamboro Speedway. We'll quickly give you the end of the rundown here. Coming home 6 is that, or excuse me, coming home 5th, the 6 of Rob Bromley, 6th, the 88 of Jeremy McLean in that truck, 7th, the 47T of Thomas Wunsch, and 8th, the 14 of Brian Wilson. As they get some pictures down in Victory Lane, fans, have a round of applause. Your heat race winner, the 16 of Amanda Balson. We're going to turn it back over to the JRS Auctions OSCAAR Hot Rods, and they're going to kick it back off. We're going to go full-body stock car racing coming up next for the heat race number 3 for the OSCAAR Hot Rods.
I see that 00 out front, Jerry Paxton, and you'll probably back me up on this. When you see that silver Camaro, tell me it doesn't look a lot like Chuck Lawler's car from back in the day here at Flamboro.
Yeah, I have to agree. It has some definite memory clicks.
Now, it doesn't have the pink elephant on it. Of course, Chuck Lawler used to have the pink elephant on the side. It was Ken's crane or Ken's towing out of Guelph. But that is a beautiful looking Chuck Lawler retro look.
I made a note on there. And then I'll get the other one back.
Your point leader in the OSCAAR Hot Rods is on the racetrack this time around. He's back in that third slot, the number 2 of Tyler Hahn. He'll be looking to collect some more points. Kev, what do you say? Take us through the starting lineup.
Yeah, they're going to cross it up here on the pole. The 00 is Trevor Thomson. To his outside, the 6 machine is going to be Rob Bromley. Starting in the third spot, the number 2 machine is Tyler Hahn. To the outside, the 14 car is Brian Wilson. In 5th spot, the 47 machine is Steve Brook. To the outside, the 26 of Dalen Martin. In 7th position, the 86 is Nick Clark. To the outside, the 88 car is Jeremy McLean. Rounding out the field, the 13 machine of Ryan Cohen. As we get set to go for the JRS Auctions OSCAAR Hot Rod Series, the heat races sponsored by Bromley Automotive. White flag is in the air. The Bennett GM Chevrolet Pace truck is going to make that hard left-hand turn to the pit area. And we're going to go hot rod racing here coming up for heat race number 3.
Okay. Time to pick.
Time to pick. I'm going to take, I get first pick again. I'm taking the point leader, the 2 of Tyler Hahn.
Jerry?
You just stole my pick.
I'm going to take Book in the 47. He's back in 5th. Here we go. Green flag coming up.
Green's in the air, and I'm sure if Jerry had a guess, he's going to take who's ever out front of this one, right, Jerry? Down the back straight where they take off.
I know. Now I'm at an advantage. I can see them running. Trevor Thompson at 00 is good up in front, but he's got that 2 of Tyler Hahn pounding him right behind him. Then it's the 6 of Rob Bromley. Those front 3, Steve Book, the 47, the top 4. Well, I'm going to go the 00, and I know that's kind of silly because he's out front now, but since you stole my number 2 pick,
That's okay. The 47 of Steve Book is on the way. Definitely leading it is the 00 car back to Hahn in the 2. Bromley in the 3rd spot. Might add, it is Bromley Automotive sponsor of this heat race. Back to the 47 of Steve Book, one of the iconic paint schemes here at Flamboro Speedway. We are approaching lap number 6 in this one.
Trevor Thomson in that 00 still out front. Tyler Hahn runs in second. Third, that 6 of Rob Bromley. Fourth, the 47 of Steve Book. Fifth, the 86 of Nick Clark. Sixth, the 14 of Brian Wilson. Seventh, the 26 of Dalen Martin. Eighth is going to be the 13 of Ryan Cohen. Running out of the field, that 88 of Jeremy McLean as they see half the flags up in the air. Halfway home, halfway to go. 5 laps in the books of this 10-lap heat race. Trevor Thomson clear by about 4 car lengths out the front of the field.
Yeah, Thomson let her fly here today at Flamboro Speedway under a beautiful blue sky. Here today at Frostoberfest, presented by London Recreational and, of course, Drysdale Racing Products. Lap 7 in the books. Thomson with the lead. The 2 of Tyler Hahn and Bromley back into the 3rd slot.
Thompson's really opened up that race lead, and now he's going to see the 2 to go signs go up in the air. Popsicle sticks down in the air. Trevor Thomson opened up about a 5-car length lead over that 2 of Tyler Hahn. Rob Bromley right in the mix there as well. Steve Book slid back just a little bit, but 2 to go this time. Underneath the stripe will be the white flag. Thompson's got one more lap around the 3rd mile Flamboro Speedway.
And Trevor Thomson having no issues navigating the speedway. He is out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Got about a 10-car length lead on the 2 of Tyler Hahn. This one looks like it's all over as Thomson exits turn 4 down to the checkered flag as Trevor Thomson, the 00, then the 2 of Tyler Hahn, and the number 6 of Rob Bromley.
Bromley brings it home in 3rd spot. 4th, the 47 of Steve Book. 5th, the 86 of Nick Clark. 6th, the 14 of Brian Wilson. 7th, 26 of Dalen Martin. Then the 13 of Ryan Cohen and the 88 of Jeremy McLean round out the field here for heat race number 3 for the OSCAAR Hot Rods.
Okay, Kevin Small, if you could take away one of these cars that's on the track right now, you could take them home. Which one do you love that much that you'd love to take it home?
See, there's not a minivan out there that I could take home for my wife, so I don't know. But 00 Trevor Thomson, that is one sharp-looking Camaro, and I think that's a good-looking car, and it's pretty fast, clearly, as he picks up the checker flag.
I would say. Now, if you're a big Ford fan, Dalen Martin's car's got to be a favorite. That looks like a Mach. I think it's a Mach 1, isn't it, Jer?
It is.
Yeah.
1971 Mach 1.
Beautiful-looking car. You know, Dalen Martin, a couple of years ago, man, he was untouchable. Here at Flamboro, I think of him back at Delaware Speedway. Untouchable. The guy was just on rails. Just shows you how things can change, right?
Yeah, things can change in a hurry, and Trevor Thomson picks up the heat race win. How about a round of applause, fans? The heat race 3 winner, the 00 of Trevor Thomson.
Okay, here we go. Heat race number 4, actually. Trackside for the
JRS Auction.
JRS, there you go.
JRS Auction Hot Rod Heat Race number 4 on the Speedway. Again, the heat race is sponsored by Bromley Automotive. Here's how they're going to line up for heat race number 4. On the pole, out of Drayton in the Landshark Lager, Canada, number 47, it's Thomas Wunsch. Starting in the 2nd spot, out of Exeter in the MPH Custom Designs, McNichol Welding, number 17, it's Haley McNichol. Rolling off in the 3rd spot at Mount Bridges in the Ray Cullen Chevrolet Jim's Finish Line Auto Trans, number 4 car, Steve McCaw. Starting in the 4th spot out of Woodstock in the Precision Specialized WildSprinting.com, number 48, it's Connor Ellis. Starting in the 5th spot out of Exeter in the McNichol Welding and Fab MPH Custom Designs, number 77, it's Kenny McNichol. Starting in the 6th spot out of West Lorne in the St. Mary's Home Building Center, Langford Lumber Home Hardware, number 15, it's Dave Evanson Sr. Starting in the 7th spot at a Bowmanville in the London Recreational Racing Lux Beauty Boutique. Number 16, it's Amanda Balson. The outside out of Hanover in the Raptor Filters 2-Speed Motorsports Strike Energy Systems. Number 71, it's Cory McCallister. And rounding out the field at a Bolton in the Busted Knuckle Garage, 1-800-Drywall. Number 17X, it's Matt Spry.
Okay, Paxton. Okay, Jerry, your turn to pick first. Who are you going to take in this one?
I'm going to grab that number 4, Steve McCaw.
Ooh, that's a good pick, especially where he's starting. Now, we had Amanda. She went to victory lane here. Cory McCallister went to victory. Go ahead. You pick. Go ahead.
I'll go with the 16 of Amanda Balson.
Ooh, okay. I am going to take from Exeter, Ontario. I am going to take that McNichol ride on the outside of row number 1. The Bennett pace truck hits the safety of pit road, and the green flag is out.
And here we go down into turn number 1. There's a little bumping and crunching as they all try to take the same piece of real estate at the same moment. Didn't work out. Thomas Wunsch in that 47T. He is down into turn number 3. Steve McCaw, the number 4 on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to go with him. As Haley McNichol, that 17 on the high side, she's going to fall back to 3rd. Kenny McNichol Jr. in that 77. He's on the move. He's up to 4th and still going forward.
Thomas Wunsch in that 47 car trying to see if he can maintain that. Oh, off of turn 4, big spinner. The 77 of McNichol goes around and caution flag is going to fly on the speedway.
Cory McCallister got into the turn a little bit hot there and just sort of freewheeled it through the turn and consequently made contact with the 77 of McNichol. McNichol goes around. I wouldn't doubt. I don't know. I'm not an official, but I wouldn't doubt the 71 will have be a teammate to the 77 at the rear of the field.
Keep an eye on those two as they come from the back of the field. But the Bennett holy smokes, it's going to be a long day. The Bennett GM Chevrolet pace truck pulls off. We're ready to go once again for the JRS Auctions Hot Rods. Green flag is in the air. Steve McCaw gets a really good jump on the X-side. He's going to rocket chip out to the race lead down the back straightaway.
And McCaw on that number 4 just drove it away on that restart. He left them all behind, but now the 48 of Connor Ellis is up into 2nd spot. Thomas Wunsch, the 47T, he dropped back to 3rd. Haley McNichol, that 17, she's trying her best to get around, but she's going to have to fall in behind the 47T of Wunsch. And that's how they're going to come down through turns 3 and 4. Trouble for the 17. And that was just a slippery spot on the racetrack. The back end of the truck went around, and Haley McNichol now sits at the exit of turn 4, looking at the oncoming traffic.
Into this 2 laps into the 10-lap heat race for the JRS Auctions Hot Rods here at Flamboro Speedway on day number 1, presented by London Recreational Racing and Grisdale Racing Products. Again, the heat races for the JRS Auction Hot Rods, sponsored by Bromley Automotive.
Side by side down the back stretch here at Flamboro Speedway, the Bennett pace truck heads to the safety of pit road. McCaw, Ellis, side by side, and green flag is out. Looks like the 4-car gets a little bit of a jump there, Jerry, in that Ray Cullen number 4.
He wasn't taking any chances on having Connor Ellis jump him on the start. So as soon as they hit the zone in turn 4, he hit that loud pedal and he was gone. McCaw in that 4-car, about 2-car length lead now over the 48 of Connor Ellis. Thomas Wunsch in that 47T. Then there's a 3-car fight for that spot of 4th, and that is Kenny McNichol Jr. in the 77, the 16 of Amanda Balson, and the 71 of Cory McCallister. All 3 of them want the win. They're all trying to figure out who gets to start the battle out of there.
Roll off at turn 2. Amanda Balson had a big wriggle, trying to see if they can hold that 16 car underneath, but that is going to cost her a little bit of time, as now McCallister is going to close in on the back bumper, but they're going to lose about a car length and a half to the 77 of Kenny McNichol Jr. They continue battling on here, halfway home, halfway to go in this one. Steve McCaw way out in front, Connor Ellis in second, third the 47 of Thomas Wunsch, and he's got some pressure from that 77 of McNichol, who runs 4th, 5th that 16 of Amanda Balson. 6th, the 71 of Cory McCallister. 7th, the 15 of Dave Evison. 8th, the 17 of Haley McNichol. And 9th, that 17 of Matt Spry.
Keep your eye on the 15-17 running here towards the back. There was a little bit of contact going down the backstretch last time. Don't know whether they're real happy with one another. Oh, and the 4-car drops off the pace there, guys.
4 of Steve McCaw. He's going to bring that car to the pit area. Not sure exactly what happened. Just lost power down the middle of the back straightaway. Tough break as the leaders see the 2 to go. Now Connor Ellis is going to be out front in this one. Connor Ellis out front. McNichol really putting some pressure on the back bumper. White flag in the air. McNichol really putting some pressure. He's going to look to the inside in 1 and 2. Oh, a little bit of contact. Ellis and McNichol duking this one out. Thomas Wunsch now going to come to the outside. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Ellis trying to hold on to it. He's going to slide through the turn. Connor Ellis is going to pick up the heat race win. Holy smokes, that was just the heat race.
That was a good one, guys. Very good.
Connor Ellis picks up the heat race win. 2nd, the 77 of Kenny McNichol Jr. 3rd, the 47 of Thomas Wunsch. 4th, the 16 of Amanda Balson. 5th, the 71 of Cory McCallister. 6th, the 17 of Haley McNichol. 7th, the 15 of Dave Evison. 8th, the 17X of Matt Spry. And 9th, the 4 of Steve McCaw.